Hello, collective. Welcome to my channel. This is Adani back with another reading. Hope you're doing well. If you're new to the channel or if you haven't yet, please join the tribe. Like, share, and subscribe. This is a general message. Let's see what Spirit wants us to know right now. Might not resonate with everyone, but, you know, don't force it. Don't force it to fit. Might not be your message. It might be your message. Eyes unseen now open wide, truth and wisdom hereby. Through the veil let insight flow. What I seek these cards will show. Eyes unseen now open wide, truth and wisdom hereby. Through the veil let insight flow. What I seek, Spirit will show. Eyes unseen now open wide, truth and wisdom hereby. Through the veil let insight flow. What I seek, Spirit will show. All right, so let's see what cards we pulled today. Four of Wands. Oh, somebody could be moving. There could be a house, a new place, a new apartment, a new house. There could be a union of some sort. Somebody could be getting married. You could be moving in with your partner. So stability and security being restored, a time to celebrate, being a place of gratitude for the peace and prosperity coming to you. So you're going to be like in a place where this has something to do with a relationship. So I could be speaking to someone that is coming together with a love. Hopefully you can see it. So we got the Three of Wands here and this Knight of Cups. This Knight of Cups that's coming. This person is coming in to offer you this new stability, this new cup of love. This is after a period of like abandonment, emptiness, loneliness. Maybe this person has been someone who, they're coming from like a situation or relationship that they were in that just kind of left them empty completely. This person was depleted, or you were. So this person is coming to fill your cup. If you've been empty, feeling like there's nothing, you haven't experienced any type of like, that real love, that where you get the butterflies in your stomach, the one where you look forward to waking up every day, the one you look forward to that phone call, that text message. You haven't had that, or they haven't had that. They're coming in to fill your cup, or you will be filling their cup because their cup was completely dry, completely empty. Spirit has made you wait. There's been a waiting period because certain things needed to take place first. Maybe you had to go through some healing, mental healing, emotional healing due to whatever happened in a past relationship. They're definitely coming in with this Three of Wands. Your ships are coming in. You could be connecting with someone who is walking away from a situation, a relationship. They could be moving away from whatever town that they were in and moving to your location, or you could be moving towards them. So we got love coming in. This person could be a little bit different than the type of person you're used to dating, but they're going to be definitely someone that, you see Cupid up there. You could meet them like in a neighborhood. Maybe once you change locations, you could be still at the point where you're strategizing, trying to figure out like which place will be a better, somewhere that's closer to where you work, or, you know, you could be at a place where, you know, you're still trying to decide. But Spirit wants you to know that you are moving. Wherever you are right now, and you need to walk away and leave behind anything that wasn't serving you. Release. Like I said, this person that's coming in, or that if they've already come in, because for some of you, you probably just met someone, you know, or you're dating someone and you all are about to make this, you know, take this to the next level of commitment, um, moving in together, or, you know, tying the knot, or just making it more official. You know, this person, this is after some type of ending. Release. This is some after a situation where they had to release someone, walk away from a relationship that was no longer serving them. Scorpio energy here, Sagittarius energy here. This person is probably a divorcee or someone that's newly out of a relationship, or you are. The Hangman, awakening. A temporary pause for reflection and insight, an awakening where you see things in a whole new light. Embrace your own uniqueness, charitable actions. So yeah, this person has now a whole new perspective on love, and you too. That's that spiritual transformation after the ending. You know, you had to regain your balance in life. Maybe this person, you know, that relationship, you know, depleted them financially, emotionally, spiritually, you know, and they needed time. They needed time to reflect. They needed time to heal. Or you know, you both could have had the same experience where spirit had to put you, you know, at a standstill. You had to go through a waiting period. And, you know, there's a fork in the road trying to decide on, you know, things on which way to go, on where to go or where to move to, or there were so many things that were like needed to be smoothed out before you could, you know, embark on this new move. Yeah, there was a period for healing. You had to heal from whatever trauma, broken wounds. You know, you went through a spiritual battle. They went through a spiritual battle. And just go within. Take that time and go within. You know, deal with all the demons, the anxiety, the fears. Setting yourself free from that self-imposed prison. You know, that mental prison where you felt like, you know, you're the victim, nothing good can ever happen to you. Some people here could have just been released from an actual physical prison, you know, that came about due to a relationship, you know. But stability is now here. Money, there's a change. There's a change. I remember watching a video where a man was taken to court by their ex because she divorced him, and you know, it was a relationship where he felt that he was used financially. Okay, she used him financially. Never really, he didn't feel like she loved him. She was with him for his money. Then he, you know, went through a situation where the money wasn't, you know, coming anymore. So she decided to divorce him. So they got divorced. So after the divorce, he was all depressed, he said, and he went to a bar. This is someone's story I watched on I watched it somewhere. He went to a bar, had a drink, and this, you know, just depressed, sad with life, and decided to go buy a lottery ticket, and then won the lottery. Just like that. Just, it's like the day he got divorced, he played the lottery and won the lottery. So I was watching the court session where the ex came back claiming that they should get half of that lottery ticket. And the judge was like, no, you had already, you know, the divorce was final. Y'all signed the, you know, the dotted line. So it's no longer considered community property. So for me to, for that to come up right now tells me this person that's coming into your life is someone that went through, they were like, whatever relationship they were in took them to the ringer. They lost everything. But after they went through that ending, and they're going to tell you the story if they haven't already. After they went through that ending, they came into a whole lot of money. A whole lot of money. It could have been due to maybe they went through some type of lawsuit where they suffered an injury and they were compensated in some type of way, because the Four of Swords does indicate like a healing, period. You see, they're taking off their armor and they're in this place, so they could have, won money, got a large amount of money through that, or, you just, it's just going to be different for everyone, but this person is going to come with a story to tell you how, they just hit this luck, after they ended a relationship that was no longer serving them. And I'm also speaking to someone here who you're going to hit some type of jackpot after releasing a relationship that was no longer serving you, after being in a period of stagnancy, a period of lack. Your ex, was so, they were just a really bad person. This person did some things to you mentally, physically, and spiritually. They were like, against you, prospering in any type of way. This person was sending you negative energy where your money was dried up. You were going through physical, challenges, just instability. And now you're just going to, it's like this change, this transformation has taken place that is going to just bring in this, usher in this wealth, this abundance out of nowhere. It's almost like a change in the planets is going to bring you love and luck, to where it's going to throw you off balance because you're not used to this. You're used to working hard, working maybe overtime, trying to, make sure you're making ends meet, paying those bills. You're going to be released from that. The chains are somebody's being freed from a period of lack, from a period of instability, from a period of imbalance. Yes, if you've been going through any health challenges, you're going to be healed. You're going to feel healed. Someone has noticed you. The sun is here. Seven of Pentacles. So this is the time this is a situation that has been growing, it's like you've grown. The growth is here. You're going to start receiving harvest from all the work that you've done. You've planted the seeds. You've, been diligent. You've been working on yourself. You've been growing. Growth is here. And you're about to start seeing all those things just manifest, just out of nowhere. You're going to start seeing like opportunities present themselves to you. You're going to be presented with a whole bunch of options. This could be options in love, options in like money-making opportunities, business opportunities. Maybe this this money that's coming, you're going to be able to like do things that you wanted to do. Some of you wanted to take some classes. Some of you wanted to travel. Some of you wanted to start a business. There's going to be so many options that are being presented to you. Spirit wants you to take your time and just kind of like focus on one thing, one at a time. Okay. Try to remain balanced. Try to balance the timelines. Try to balance your health. Like I said, there's someone that's coming into your life. It says the enduring bond, commitment, renewal, shared history, gratitude, enduring love. Shared history. There's there's something that's gonna like when you all tell your stories, there's gonna be a common denominator about the whole thing. This person, y'all are gonna have some really good times together. I mean, I see. Look at that. Y'all gonna eat good. Maybe they're gonna be someone that loves to cook, loves to bake. They're gonna want to spoil you. They're gonna want to make you happy, take you on trips. Y'all gonna, I see you all like having lovely, dinners outside, on the patio. The weather's beautiful, and just be in nature, having some wine or whatever. This person's gonna want to look into your eyes in nature. That relationship is coming. Or if for some of you, it's already here. A very strong commitment. Maybe you will be getting married. Self-propelled, momentum, discipline, endurance, self-improvement, sustained effort. So take care of yourself. You're going to need to balance your health, pour into yourself. This is the time to really take care of yourself, especially those that are just overcoming some type of health challenge. Maybe exercise. Exercise will solve everything. And this is also for the Two of Cups. So this is someone that is going to try to work hard to make sure that they're, put an effort in this relationship. They're going to definitely want to work hard to ensure that, this relationship works out. Maybe this is someone that likes to work out, exercise, go to the gym. They're going to teach you new habits, or you're going to teach them new habits. They could also teach you a different way of eating food. Maybe this person could be vegan, or they just have a different type of diet. Okay. Maybe you're used to if you've noticed that you have like a caffeine addiction, or you go through, due to the things that you eat, it makes you like physically unwell, and this person's going to teach you a new lifestyle. So you're going to meet someone that's going to teach you a new lifestyle, or maybe you're going to learn things from them and they're going to learn things from you. Release the release of waste. So this says release, clearing, disposal, non-attachment, cleansing. This could be something that you need to do right now. You might need to declutter. You need to release all this baggage that you're carrying. You see how her back is slooped over? It's just too much. So it's time to release. Maybe let go of things that are no longer serving you to usher in this newness. Things are being released from you. Things are going to be taken away from you. It's so weird that this card is clarifying the death card. This also says release, release. And this says the release of waste. So you might want to go through your home. You could have things from your ex. You could have pictures of your ex. You could have things that are reminding you of the past. You need to just release. And as I'm clearing my throat, some of you need to, your throat chakra is blocked because in the past relationship, you were not speaking your truth. So maybe there's some inside of you that you need to release. You might need to write down your emotions, your feelings, rip it up and throw it in a flowing water like a river, or burn it, or flush it, rip it up and flush it or trash it. Just some type of symbolism that you are letting go, because you're still kind of holding on to something that you need to just release. There has to be a flow. For things to come into your life, there must be a flow. So if you're holding on to things, hoarding, I could be speaking to someone who likes to hoard, who likes to collect. You could be a thrifter. Even in this card, you see the things falling out of this person's bag. Let go of anything that is not serving you, because it's blocking the new things from coming in. Okay? Go through. If you haven't worn it in a year, you don't need it. If you haven't used it in a year, You don't need it. You need to release it. Movement now, after a period of stagnancy. After a period of no movement, there's now movement. This is a time of movement. Some of you all are moving. Like I said, there could be a move. You could be moving to another location where you're going to meet this person. You could meet them at the local gym. Maybe you ride a bike. Something you do every day, you know, is going to put you in the path of this person. Okay, there's a lot of movement now. I know there's a lot of planets in Aries. I don't know if they're still in Aries. I need to look at that. Stop and smell the roses. Stop and smell the roses. Appreciate everything. Everything. Start appreciating, having that gratitude, you know? Start having that gratitude and that appreciation. Start having gratitude for love and believing that there's love. Okay? Stop and smell the roses. Love that. Celestial perspective, and that's fallen on the Hangman. So it's almost like some of you all went through some type of awakening. Pisces energy here. Leo energy here. So there's an awakening. Maybe you're going to have a new perspective on life. For some of you all, this union, and for it could be a reunion. Because I almost said reunion. There's somebody that could be reuniting with an ex. An ex that had to go through some type of change. They had to release themselves from some things, some bad habits, some old ways. They might come to you and say, oh, they've changed. They've experienced some type of spiritual transformation. So it could be an ex, but there's a new perspective on life. And if it is an ex, you're going to notice that this person has completely changed. Maybe, you know, they're meditating now. They're like someone that's very spiritual. Okay? They're very different now. They could do yoga, you know, mudras, mantras. You're going to be just like shocked at the way this person has changed. They've changed their life, the way they eat. They're exercising more, or maybe this is you. They don't hold on to, you know, they're different now. And they're going to come and teach you a whole different, they could actually trigger a new change in you, you know. They're going to have when you hear what happened in this person's life, you're going to be like, wow. And for some of you, you've had a major change in your perspective, and this person, new or ex, is going to be shocked at what you went through. They're coming out of a situation where they had to walk away from what no longer serves them. They've gone on a mental break, end of shift with the Four of Swords. You know, this person goes within, okay? They've mastered themselves. This person, what you're going to learn about this person is, although they love spending time with you, they love the connection, you know, they love the embrace, holding you, y'all spending time together, doing things together, eating together. They're going to need time when they need to go within. They're going to need that solitude from time to time, where they remove everything and just go within and connect with spirit. So that is probably something, if you're used to one of those relationships where, this person has to always talk to you, always say something to you, this is where you're going to have a different perspective on things. This person is someone that, will need to go within, and because that's when they're very creative. That's when they're very focused. They're able to, this person could have some type of like gift or talent. Maybe they have like a business or some creative thing that they do. They could have a vlog, a podcast. There's something that they do where they're a master at, they're very good at, and they're just going to need that time. So you're going to have to learn how to balance. Okay? So when they're in that solitude, you're not worried that something's wrong or they don't love you anymore or they're not into you. You need to be able to learn that no matter what, you all have that connection. You all have that enduring bond where you feel safe in your connection, and know that when your person is focused on, their work or whatever they do, they're focused on that, and you just give them that time. Or that could be something, maybe that's you, because this person is about the bag. Ten of Pentacles. They deep that they're gonna give you that lifestyle, honey. They want to be y'all to be able to go on trips, on live that wonderful life, for you not to have a worry in the world about anything. It's the same couple. They want to be able to give you everything, love you the way you deserve to be loved, for y'all to live in the type of home that you deserve to live in. And, they know the type of work that they need to do to get that. This is their ultimate goal. For some of you, you could have already met this person. Maybe you all are approaching your 1-year anniversary, or you will be celebrated anniversaries. This is so beautiful. This is a commitment. Shared history. Shared history. I see that a lot. Uninhibited dance. And this falls under the sun. Just have fun. Be in a positive place. Laugh. There's going to be a lot of laughter, a lot of dancing, a lot of, having fun. Y'all are going to do so many things together. You and this person. Maybe they love dancing, or you love dancing. Spirit just wants you to be yourself. Be uninhibited with this person. Do not wear a mask. If you like to walk around naked at home, walk around naked. If you like to put on music and just dance crazy, do it. They love that. That's what they're going to love. Be you. And you're going to notice this person is going to be you. Y'all could have a blended family here. Maybe somebody has a child. The shared table. Maybe somebody could have a dog. There's a lot of cards with dinner. So I do see someone that loves to, that's their way of showing love, is like, cooking for you, having dinner, breaking bread. But you got the surprise package. An unexpected gift. There's something coming. And that's with the 7 of Pentacles. It's going to be a surprise to you, but it's not a surprise to Spirit. This has been brewing. And for some of you that's already in a relationship, your person is about to surprise you. They've been saving, they've been waiting there's something coming, okay? That's for somebody. There's a message for somebody. Just stay in the groove of things. Walk with confidence, you know, flow, go with the flow. Things are working in your favor. You just have to know. There's a surprise package. That surprise package, a gift, could be the relationship of a lifetime. Maybe this love that you thought you could never experience. You're going to be shocked. They could surprise you with a proposal because the Four of Wands is here. A surprise proposal. They could surprise you with like, oh, let's buy a home. Let's buy a home. Let's do the Romance Angels card. Babe, I've been working on this project. I've made enough money. I want to come pick out a home that you want. You might be surprised to find out that this person is a secret millionaire. They've been like hiding it. That's for somebody. But remember that you're the prize, and they're going to treat you like you're the prize. They're going to treat you like you're like the best. You're so valuable. They're going to see the value in you. Their goal is to see you happy, completely happy. That's what makes them happy. They want to see you in bliss. Let's get some Romance Angels cards on this. I saw keep an open mind, so you definitely want to keep an open mind. Wishing on a star. And find out where you are. Keep an open mind and also believe that the impossible is possible. And I'm wishing on the rain. I don't know the lyrics, but you know that song. Some of you have manifested this. You deserve love. Some of you have manifested this. You shoot your shot or somebody's going to shoot their shot. You are lovable. Once you changed your perspective and know that you deserve love, you are lovable, this love is coming in, okay? It says this could be the one. This could be the one. So maybe you met somebody new. Maybe you're unsure of them. Maybe you're thinking about ending it. Oh, I just, it's something not right about this person. This could be the one. This could be the soulmate. You could have just met a soulmate. Okay? Engagement. That could go to a higher level of commitment. They could be the person that could be your life partner. They could be the person that could put a ring on it. There's something different about this person. Like I said, religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringings and spiritual path. And that goes with this the Four of Swords. You see, she's in the meditation position and the end of shift. So this is how this person, you know, their belief system is probably going to be different than yours. You know, but this is how this person, like, you know, charges themselves, connects, releases, you know, they go within. They go within. They could be, I mean, I do see the cathedral windows here. Maybe they're Christian and you could be, you know, spiritual, or you could be into Buddhism or Hinduism, or maybe you're, a Muslim. You know, there's just something different about you all's belief system, you know, that's going to be different. Maybe they could be a different cultural background from you. Maybe they could be like a different race, you know, anything like that. But whatever it is, it's the love that's going to, you know, be the leading factor. There's going to be a lot of passion, a lot of passion, a lot of passion between the two of you. Even this one, they're looking in each other's eyes, or, you know, about to have that kiss, you know. A strong connection, very strong connection between the two of you. But this person is definitely someone that's about their money. They're when they get into the groove, when they throw themselves into that, they're a hard worker. They're a hard worker. They could have earth strongly in their chart. Earth and water could be strong in their chart. Very grounded. Okay. Yeah, true love. True love, guys. True love. This is true love. And we also have release your ex. So this person could have just came out of a relationship like I told you, and then life changed for them for the better. Life changed for them for the better. Or life changed for you for the better. You know, they had to go through a period where they had to release someone and love themselves and focus on themselves and have that self-love. And for some of you, you know, you went through this. You had to retreat. You had to go away for some time. Go away from, isolate yourself from dating. Okay? And now it's time to put yourself back out there because the time is right. Spirit said they have a surprise package for you. After everything you've been through, it's time. It's time. So this surprise package that you've been waiting for, Seven of Pentacles, the surprise package is new love. Okay? Under the deck, calling in your soulmate. So some of you, I sang Wishing on a Star. It says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you two together. So some of you wished on a star. Some of you prayed. Some of you spoke to the moon. Some of you, you know, just wrote down or look in the mirror and say, I attract a new love. You called in this soulmate, honey. Some type of way. And Spirit heard you. Where's that Cupid? Spirit heard you. Cupid with his arrow over there has shoot the shot. There's another arrow. Pew! Somebody got hit. Or somebody's going to get hit. And you're going to be with your person. So new love is coming, guys, for someone. Maybe it's already come in. For some of you, you've already met this person and you're not sure what their intentions are. You're thinking about, you know, putting this on a break or ending this because you're like, oh, this person's too different. There's nothing, you know, this is done. This is the end of the shift. I can't deal with this. This could be somebody you work with. You know, you're like, when work is done, you just, I can't deal with it. But this is actually your person. Yeah, they could be different, or maybe, you know, your belief system is something that's going to block you from this love. The idealism that you have, the way you think, the way you know, you were raised. You need to look at all of that. You need to throw some of those things out. Some of this is just the way you think. Needs to be tossed out. You need to go through some type of change, a transformation, spiritual transformation. Maybe God is putting you through that right now. You need to change the way you think. Maybe you deal with a lot of illusions and confusion about life. Maybe you suffer with paranoia due to whatever trauma that you've suffered. A lot of you have abandonment issues from your maternal side, your mother's side, that has affected you in relationships. You're still dealing with childhood wounds with the Six of Cups and the Three of Swords and the Empress. Some of you need to heal that inner child. Maybe you dealt with a mother that was emotionally absent. Maybe you dealt with a mother that had to work 16 hours a day and didn't have that time to do things with you, to give you just a hug. Maybe you just needed a hug. Some of you were adopted. You didn't know your biological mother. Some of you feel like you've never experienced this maternal love. You're lacking in that maternal love. Some of you just need to love yourself at this point. I know there's some type of therapy where you buy a doll, you gave them a name, and like your inner child, and just kind of like, love it, hug it, just kind of like, it's part of like healing that inner child if you're suffering from any inner child wounds, but you just need to know that spirit has been with you all the while. And even though you still wear that heart, that pain, but now it's just one of those war battle, those war medals. You know how the war heroes go to war and they get that purple heart. Now you it's just a symbol of the past and what you survived and endured, and it has made you stronger. And now it's time for you to rise and be the the best version of yourself, and see yourself as the beautiful person. Yes, you're different. You're unique with this unicorn. You might be different, but it's that uniqueness, that quirkiness, that's what this person is going to love about you. Okay? A lot of you are learning how to meditate and go inward and tap into your, maybe your healing process was embracing your higher self and connecting with spirit and connecting with that spiritual side. And you had to heal through that way. And it activated a lot of psychic gifts within you, because you need to know that you were meant to go through that to be able to become who you're meant to be in this world. Tap in. And when you take your prideful position as that light worker, that spiritual worker, that's when the universe is going to bring you all these things. They're going to bring you love. They're going to bring you wealth. Everything is going to be made available to you. You're the Empress. I'm speaking to somebody who went through a lot of childhood traumas. And it was hard for you to relate to romantic partners because you've never really seen what love looks like. I'm not sure you saw your parents express love, so you really never knew what that looked like. You never really knew how to, receive love or give love or recognize love. So when it was in front of you, it triggered a fear that would make you run, say the wrong things that will make the other person run. But Spirit has put you through everything you went through just to bring you to this time right now. And it was meant for you to go through this, because some of us come through this life with past life traumas and past life things that we're here to settle, and we have to choose particular certain type of family to come into or to come through. We choose our parents because we needed that experience to be able to accomplish and clear the trauma, the karma, so we can elevate to the next level. So if you did go through any childhood trauma, let's remember that we choose this path because there are things from our past lives that we needed to finish out, clear out of our way. And the only way we could do that is going through certain type of dysfunctional family systems and rising above all of that, learning the lessons. And that's when you level up. You've passed that obstacle course, and now it's time for spirit to. You've passed the obstacle course. You're stronger now. You endured. You didn't back down. And it unlocks levels for you. You start to unlock those levels. So some of that past trauma could have led to that really bad relationship, that bad marriage that you had to go through where you lost everything. It almost took your life, but you survived it. You survived it. It threw you off balance. Everybody turned their back on you while you were hanging in limbo. But you survived it. Even though others turned their backs on you, you were hanging in limbo. You were looking to the sky. You were looking to the heavens. You were looking to God. You were looking to spirit. You didn't trust in human beings. You trust in the non-human beings because you had no one to trust. You went within. You went within. You were like, done. I'm done. I'm done. You went within. You could have adapted a new type of, I don't know, some type of religious or religious path or spiritual path. Maybe you changed the way you saw life and it just opened up. You cracked the code. You cracked the code. That's what cracked the code. So now you're ushering in all these things that have been, held back from you because you've passed the test. That's what I hear. You've passed the test. So you got this gift coming. You're going to be surprised. This person is going to surprise you. I don't know what they're going to surprise you with. It could be with a proposal. It could be with some major gift. There's a major gift that's coming in. For some of you, it's definitely money. 10 of Pentacles is here. Long generational wealth. This relationship, if you're still in childbearing ages, because there's a pregnant woman there, there could be children. There could be, there's just money. There's love, true love, wealth. All the good things are coming in because you passed the test. So, I wasn't planning on making this reading so long, but this had to come out for someone. Congratulations for whoever this message is for. Congratulations. Please comment down below if it resonates. On that note, much love, many blessings. Bye-bye.